Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 27 of Direwolf20's Forgecraft2 series. Soren,
Hello.
I hear you're here to remove my dire wire.
Any dire wire is to be obliterated.
Alright, show me where it is.
Anywhere in the base.
What?
I'm just scouring the land for what's left.
I don't think there is any.
I started looking back at the magic area because you wired most of this when I was at the end of my 28-hour stream, so
Right.
I was like, yeah. Get it thing.
So what did you do? I see you made it so my air compressor does not explode and you wired something, so...
I wired something. Alright, so there's a regulable torch at the top there, right?
Yes.
You could set that to a exact value to what you want, so that's actually set to in between 7 and 8.
Okay.
And that's going to the comparator. And what the comparator is doing is taking that value and comparing it to the input value from the gauge tube module there. And if they're the same, it'll output a value, or output the signal.
Okay.
So it literally compares.
Sweet. Okay. That sounds cool.
And we could always add a override switch in between, or just a lever right next to it. But I'm thinking long term we could use bundle cable and have different override switches.
Okay.
Because I assume you're going to have different machines there.
I mean, probably something like that eventually, yeah. So I want to test the idea of hooking an ME interface directly up to a pressure chamber. I don't know that I've ever really done it that way. So I'm going to do some dire wire now.
Oh no!
It's happening.
No!
Ha ha ha. So I'm thinking we can autocraft using the pressure chamber, and that'll be kind of nice. There we go, one channel in use. How's that? Is that terrible, Soren? Is that like the worst dire wire ever?
Not the worst.
But the greatest?
I'm just gonna hold my mouth shut.
Okay, you better. So then the transfer node will pick up whatever comes out and dump it back in the interface. So that should be a very efficient way of doing what I want to do. So we'll say 1 iron ingot equals 1 compressed iron ingot, and then we'll put this over here. I guess this is the closer pattern assembly thingy. So pattern terminal. And then interface terminal. I wonder if you know what you're called. Molecular assembler. Pressure chamber interface. So let's test. I'm going to take them all out, and I'm going to request 10. So that should do what it's supposed to do.
And it's also set the filter already, the block itself.
The output on the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's set the filter to block and the iron ingots.
Cool.
Apparently you can do names, right, mine?
Oh, nice. Yes, you can.
Yeah. And a
Um,
nice trick is when you're adding new items, you won't get them out because the filter is set. So if you set them to the name filter for a second, it allows the item to go out, and then you can grab the item and put it in an item filter.
Right.
Sweet.
I'm still waiting for regex. Just filter all the things. Asterisk.
Wouldn't that just be like not a filter?
Exactly.
You concern me.
Or you can say anything that's compressed.
See, look. Not terrible dire wire.
Just
Beautiful,
because
right?
you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there.
What do you want me to do? You want wireless AE? Talk to Fireball. I think that is very neat and organized, that dire wire.
It's better.
Thank you. So yes, this thing burned out. We ran out of oil, so I just moved my oil production thing. We've got some more stuff pumping in now. We should have plenty of plastics, which is good. And I'm trying to decide what I want to focus on next, because I definitely want to proceed. What would you recommend, Mr. Mine Martin, to proceed down the next path of Pneumaticraft?
Ooh, well, depends on what you want to work towards, I guess.
Maybe I want some drones, and I want to bring back my drone control program. That would be kind of cool.
Oh,
What do you mean, oh?
I'm gonna get shot, aren't I?
Maybe. I think drones have miniguns now, don't they?
They can have them, yeah.
They can have
Well,
them.
if we poke player to update the server, that is.
Oh, so I'm safe unless he updates. Got it.
Gotcha.
Kind of.
Understood.
Oh, you have logistics drones in this version?
Oh yeah.
Oh, can I
You
show
can check them
logistics
out
drones?
without. Sure. You don't even need PCBs for that.
You are correct. Logistics configurator. And that's what I need to modify the chests, I presume?
Yeah, to configure what you want to request and stuff. So basically, it works as Factorio system works.
Yeah, have you seen this yet, Soren?
What? No. What? Oh.
I'll show you. I'm excited now. Oh, look, there's... do I need to craft the frames? I guess I do.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the configurator do, then?
Well, it allows you. You don't really need it, but if you place a frame on a chest, I need to. Well, if you right-click it, you open the chest, obviously. So the configurator is used to set the configuration of a frame. So you can set what you want to request, whether request a frame, or what you want to provide. You can filter what you want to provide.
Fair enough.
But
Yes.
you can also set the filter by right-clicking on the filter on the frame item while you still have it in your hand before you place it down.
Okay.
So you don't really need the configurator, but if you want to change the configuration afterwards, then that item is for you.
Sweet. There we go. I only lost a little bit of pressure from doing that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's see if this works. Just out of curiosity. Oh, that should work.
Why is there an upgrade in there? Is that actually being compressed?
No, it when I broke the block for a second, the upgrade fell out inside of itself.
Oh.
I wanted to add another interface for manual use.
Got it.
Yeah, that's with the name filter trick. If you just momentarily set it to name filter and have it blank, it will allow anything to go through. So you don't have to break it again.
Well, no, I was it was
Adding
for
new
inputs.
blocks.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That was
happened?
yours.
Soren,
That was yours.
where?
Over here. Ah!
Why are they exploding?
Are they maximum output? 4.7 bar.
My Martin said they wouldn't be.
There's a maximum output of 5 tokens.
My Martin said they wouldn't explode.
No, he did say they would explode.
At five compressors, yeah.
Meh.
That's why this one exploded the other day. You let me
Four
get the
was the max,
5.
really.
It went to 5.3.
4 was the
Yeah.
max, really.
That's not why that one exploded, Soren.
Do what?
That is a lie. We'll come back when this is done compressing, guys, because I have to wait a minute for the pressure chamber to rebuild now. All right, guys, we are back. And Soren, I've got something that I think you'll get a kick out of.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's really mine, Martin's. I didn't do anything to make it cool. He did. But I still think you'll get a kick out of it.
Okay.
Like, do you understand what I'm making right now or no?
I'm coming your way.
Have you got a charging station already?
I'm working on that right now.
Okay. You did think about it.
I'm making more turbine blades. And a charging station. I thought I made one, but I guess I didn't.
Which has a changed recipe as well to not require plastic.
I see that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, as plastic is kind of tier 2 now,
Right.
it would be silly if items like the pneumatic wrench wouldn't be able to, well, exist until the second tier.
Right. So I've got a charging station now, which I think I'll probably tap into my oil line because that's running at, well, it'll eventually be 4. So that should quickly pressurize itself up to a decent level. I want to get that liquid fuel thing running again after Soren calls explosions.
No, I did not. Oh my gosh. It's all your fault, and your YouTube knows it.
They
watched you
agree.
set that
Blame
up.
Soren. Like, it's a thing that
No.
clearly
Blame
is real.
Soren for things that are making sense. This was all you're doing.
No, totally.
Yes,
all
yes.
Soren.
No.
There we go. So that'll run again and get a decent charge going. And I wouldn't mind making that logistics thingy. Just because. I think we're going to want that configuration thingy. There we go. All right. I think I've got everything ready. All right, Soren, you ready?
Maybe.
And before crashing of the server?
Yeah, right. So I'm going to give this guy some pressure, which might take a moment. But in the meantime, Soren, do you recognize these 4 items?
Ooh, pretty cubes. Logistics. Oh. Ha.
Ah,
Storage frame, provider frame, requester frame, active provider. Oh, passive provider, active. Okay.
cool. So you get it?
So far.
So I believe what you do is just place them around whatever inventory you want them to interact with. So I put some chests down just for demonstration purposes. So I guess let's do like what I'm thinking for a demonstration. We would probably want a requester frame. And oh, that's cool.
Ah.
So I need to use the configurator to configure what it requests, right?
If it's placed already, yes.
Okay.
But you can also do it by right-clicking the frame item.
Okay. Right-clicking the frame item.
Yeah, while it's still in your hand. If
Oh,
you
I
right-click a frame with another frame, a frame that's in Word already, then it will
comes
pop off.
Right. So if I say to keep, so this, and here you can specify which items and amounts. Add 1 right-click, subtract 1 left-click, double sneak right-click, half sneak left-click, clear middle-click. So if I wanted to say that, right, and then put that on that chest. Oh, look at that! It has whale integration, Soren.
Nice.
So we put the 10 smart cable into the passive provider chest. Anybody who's played Factorio should completely understand how this is working. And then we put a drone down.
Oh.
And do I have to put the drone like on a chest, or do I just put him in the world and he'll find his way around? Oh, nope. Nope. Things are happening.
Oh. There's 10.
Go ahead. Take the smart cable out of there, Soren.
Oh, there's 10.
Haha. How cool
I like
is
how
that?
there's a red frame here.
I like that. And then you can use the less useful but still kind of useful, the active provider frame and the storage frame, which are kind of like the opposite of the system. It would push items to whatever storages are available, right? So if we put active provider and storage, and we just put random stuff in here, it should eventually all move out of the purple chest into the yellow chest, I assume.
Yeah.
Do you have to configure a filter on the providers or the storage frames, or no?
You don't have to, but they will allow and provide anything, but you can filter them.
Sweet. Yeah, it moved one.
Which is useful because frames themselves are kind of limited because you can only put a frame on one frame on an inventory. So if you want to automate a furnace, for example, you can only put in either the requesting or the providing, or you can put in the storage frame and select the filters.
Gotcha.
Does this work for other inventories other than vanilla chests?
Yes.
Cool.
Any inventory, right?
Yep.
I'm just thinking like interfaces.
Yeah, no, it should work with interfaces. So the only thing I noticed, my Martin, is the logistics drone is a little bit slow.
Yes, it's intentionally limited.
Okay, like he'll move one item out of the provider into the storage, and then like wait a second or two before he moves the next item.
Yes.
But if I give him some upgrades, will that assist?
You can't give him upgrades. It's a lower tier drone. It's fairly limited to what it can do. You can use multiple logistics drones, of course.
Do I need a drill to pick him up or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I can make one of those.
Or you can punch him to death.
Die!
There it is, pneumatic wrench. I'm gonna go make one of those. Are you hurting him, Soren? Don't hurt the drone.
No,
Why'd you attack
I
the drone?
think he just teleported to you.
Yeah, probably because you hit him.
I didn't even touch him.
Lies.
No, we were looking at the particle effects. He was like, pretty, and then poof.
And they just teleported?
He teleported somewhere.
He probably went to a charging station somewhere.
Oh
I
no.
think so. A charging station somewhere?
Oh.
Somewhere. I'm loading charging station.
He didn't go to my charging station.
Well, that's because... that's because it doesn't have a dispenser grid yet, I don't think.
I just watched it teleport. I should have killed it. I was
Bug report.
What's going on?
I think I have a bug report.
No, that's intentional. Because if a drone is mining somewhere far away in a quarry, you want him to be able to go to a charging station if he needs to. So he's probably going to the closest charging station available, which probably is somewhere my base. Or he will come back if you give me another task for the logistics.
Yeah. So if I just put some items in the purple chest, he should come back and move them for me?
Hypothetically, after he's charged.
So what's the range on which, like, will he come all the way back from your base to my base to move items around?
Yes.
Like, does he have a range limit?
But it shoots. No.
Oh, that's interesting.
I feel like he should just power it down if there's not one within like 50 blocks. Or he doesn't know about his home. Like one that's determined or one that's automatically found at 50 blocks away.
So you're saying, like, if you had made a logistics drone and he was sitting at your base and I just put frames on my chest, your drone would come over to my base to move items for me?
Oh, no. It takes the place where you place it down, and it has I think a 16 block radius around that.
Oh, okay,
And
that's
he
what I
will
was thinking.
Keep it as his area. Yeah.
Gotcha. So he does have a limit to his area of which he can move items, kind of.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Neat. I like it. I think
So,
that's a cool
suggest
tier 1 drone
trying to-
system. Obviously, the more advanced drones can do more cool things, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the drones look like there'd be chaos for multiplayer servers.
See, I would almost argue that you should make them not be that slow. Like, you could do some cool stuff with them, even though they're tier 1. Like, all they can do is move items, so that's limiting enough. Unless you're doing it for performance reasons.
That too, both, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
just do that one. It's the best excuse out.
Well, it's not really performance because you can just put down multiple logistics drones and it's fine.
Right.
And that's really the way to speed up your system by doing more logistic drones.
Gotcha. Alright guys, we will be back in a minute as I prepare to do more stuff with Metacraft. Alright guys, we're back. So I did some tweaking of some configurations. Encoded PCBs require a piece of plastic and a compressed iron ingot, but what kept happening was obviously the compressed iron ingot was getting pulled out before it got made into a PCB. So I removed the recipe for making compressed iron ingots and instead taught it how to make compressed iron blocks. So it will only make compressed iron blocks in the pressure chamber interface, and that's a nice workaround to ingots getting pulled out before the PCB is done being made. Take that, Mind Martin.
I approve. No, that's exactly how I intended it. Well,
Not a bad plan, right?
When I used to do automation of my mod, I usually used 2 pressure chambers at a time when you need to get plastic with seats. So I had one pressure chamber dedicated for seats to plastic.
That's
and
the way I used to do it too.
Yeah, and this one, and the other one like you have right now. So I definitely approve.
Awesome. I kind of want to get some speed upgrades here, and I'm guessing, how are we for... Is Nether Wart EMCable?
I have no idea.
It is. Excellent. I'm going to go get some Nether Wart. Unless you want to get some, Soren. Get me like a few stacks or something.
Sure.
And I'm going to plan real quick a... Well, I don't think I really have to plan much. This should be pretty easy to do if I just care about speed potions. Because what I want to make... I'm guessing cake is not EMCable at this point, right? But I did I teach the... No, I didn't teach the A system how to make cake. That's right, I'm doing TNT for Britannia. So I'm going to have to also teach you how to make cake. So how are we for wheat, egg, milk? Milk buckets don't have an EMC value, but I can manage that later. I can do something about that. But for now, I'll make brewing stands. And we'll be back in a minute. Let me get the ingredients I need. Alright guys, quickly setting this up. So what's the liquid hopper do, you said?
Yeah.
What is it? Explain.
It's just an omnidirectional hopper, but for liquids. So it's a really early game alternative to transport liquids.
Neat. I shall have to investigate.
Yeah.
So that goes there. Soren, how many channels do we have available down here? Let's see.
Which room?
I
Magic?
guess we're cool. No, the machines room. I can throw another interface in here, right?
Yeah, on the blue line? Yep.
I'm just trying to figure out the sidedness that I need to deal with. Because that's actually not going to be that easy. Soren's going to yell at me.
Dire!
You find a better way.
He's probably going to wrench at you.
working. That'll do.
Okay.
I mean, am I wrong in that that's kind of like what needs to be done here?
No, that's good. That's good.
Okay. So, not terrible. Don't yell at Dyer.
I'm not yelling at Dyer. I'm just changing one thing.
Okay, you can change whatever you want. Facade it up. Brewing
If I can
stands.
reach
I
it.
guess I'll put the brewing stands over here.
I hate that they had their own.
What's that?
I hate that they had their own cover.
Yeah. And let's also grab a chest and an interface. And then what we should be able to say is something like this goes here with the chest here, and we'll do this, this, this. And we will say, we're also going to want some item filters. Basic might work. So, probably want my Yeta wrench too. We'll say that up will be an insert on green, that's fine, but we're going to filter water bottles. While we're in here, we should probably also grab sugar and nether wart. That'll do.
Another thing that might be interesting to look at is the area interface, the block that basically wraps your player inventory. So if you put in items in the area interface, will come into your player inventory. And recently I've added support for RF, so you can connect up RF tubes or whatever.
And it'll do like wireless charging type deal?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds cool. And that'll be pretty much unlimited range though too, right?
Yeah.
Nice. I like the sound of that. So this should be a pretty compact system. I just might need to filter some things, but basically we'll put some waters in here. We'll say the down can be always active. So he'll always pull everything out. The waters can whitelist in, right? I should probably whitelist, well that's fine. Because nothing else will be allowed to go anywhere, right? Cool. So this will be an insert / extract. And on insert mode, we want to whitelist sugar. No, we want to whitelist nether wart. So in theory, he should find his way up there. In theory. Is that not where the wart goes? It might need to go on top. I always forget how these silly things work. Is it the top that brewing stands get inserted into? Is that how it goes?
I think so. And every other side for bottles.
In, out, insert, nether wart. Yeah, it's the top it goes into. So So I think I must pull out the bottom then. So let's make this insert. Just going to snag this guy, and we will say the up arrow will be an insert extract. So insert will be water bottles, extract will be whitelisted as awkward condensed. Cool. And then this, we're going to need more of these filters. Will be an in and out. The insert will be whitelist awkward condensed. The up arrow will be always active, which should migrate those over there. This will be an insert whitelist sugar. There we go. That will start cooking. And this will be an extract. We'll whitelist these potions in a minute. Probably don't need that there. What I really want is him to be here. So your extract will be whitelisting potions of swiftness, but we're going to extract it on the brown, let's do red channel. That sounds cool. And if I set that to always active right now, it should be fine. Do you see what I'm doing, Soren?
Slowly, yeah.
There. They should have gone into the A system then. Well, which will be technically this, right? So in theory now, all I should need to do is say 3 water bottles, 1 nether wart, and 1 sugar will turn into 3 speed potions. Relatively compact. Right? Not bad for vanilla brewing stands. Probably the best you could do.
Reasonably.
Reasonably, right?
I
So see,
would
and then
say-
they move over there, and they get turned into sugar, and then they'll get pulled out and into the interface.
Okay.
Cool.
I like it.
And I'm gonna grab some cables here. And this interface now has 6 potions of swiftness, which then, poof, goes into there. Now we just teach the potion recipe how to make that, and we know how to make potions of swiftness. So like I said, 1, 2, 3, wart, sugar equals 3 of those. And we should be good to go. Nice. So that goes in there, those go up there, and it's working. Cool. And we can use painter blocks or something to facade that stuff up. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is wrap up the episode here, and we will come back next time and probably work on speeding up some of these machines, because we'll be able to automate speed upgrades, which is a nuisance to craft, I must say, Mr. Moyne Martin.
Good.
Yeah, it's going to change.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I need to rotate this chest.
Yeah, I like your idea, like you said. Oh, look, I can hit you with a sword. And for now, I'll get around to automating the UV light box and probably the etching acid that I made earlier, off camera mostly. I'm going to put the etching acid probably just right here. Also, empty PCBs don't despawn in the world anymore, so thank you for that, Martin.
You're welcome.
Very nice of you. I'll probably throw like a transfer node with world interaction upgrades on it. In fact, I might even have...
Which is the hopper. And filtered by doing five times the same item.
What's that?
So like place blocks in every slot but one, and place a finished PCB in one slot. So the hopper will only pick it up when, well, it can stack basically.
Right.
Or the modded way, of course.
I was just gonna use extra utilities. World interaction type stuff. I mean, I could do a hopper, I guess, but do they stack with each other when they're finished?
They do.
Oh, okay. I could do that too. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, guys, what does matter is that it's wrapping up point for the episode. So we will come back next time. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Direwolf20 signing off. Take it easy.